Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of war game review institutions. Before I get started, if you ever film a video, make sure you have autofocus turned on if you need it. Otherwise, you shoot the whole video and have to shoot it again. So I forgot to put autofocus on, so I'm redoing the whole video. Anyhow, I am doing a playthrough and review of Pew Pew from Victory Point Games. It's basically a game about two-dimensional video games from the 1980s. So let's get started. To set up, first you have to set up your character, which is your ship. Let me get it out of here. And your character has 3 lives. When it has 3 lives, it gets 1 additional action point. As you can see here, if you only have 1, you have -1 action point, so it's good to keep him at full health. So it starts right in the middle here on this screen here. And let's start turn number 1. Alright, first thing you do in the sequence of play is spawn new alien ships. As you see on this far screen here, you have 2 chevrons and 3 chevrons, and each of those you put an alien ship on. Each alien ship has chevrons on it, 1, 2, or 3. And as you see below it, it has a little grid here with numbers on it. When you go to move the ship, you try to move it in the direction of 1 if you can. If you can't, then you go to the next highest number, which in this case would be 2. As you see on some of them, it has even more numbers than that. Sometimes you're not able to move, though. And also, if you're shooting missiles, that determines where they go. So we're going to put him on chevron number 2 on his 2 side. And then the next one here, we're putting them in here on his 3 side to correspond with that. And when they move, after they move, they turn. So if you're on 2 chevrons, you'll be on 3 chevrons. If you're on 3, you'll become 1. Or if you're on 1, you become 2. So anyhow, let's go over the player actions. First player action you can do is shoot a pew pew. And you'll put it on the next tile in the same position you're at, and then later on in turn it will move twice, so it would move there, and obviously if it hits something it destroys it. If it hits a missile it destroys it. If it hits an alien ship it destroys that too, unless the alien ship has a missile in front of it, in which case it will take out the missile. Alright, and the next thing you can do is move orthogonally, which is up, down, left, or right, and that costs 2 action points. And the third thing you can do is move diagonally. That costs 3 action points. There's another thing you can do, which is drop a mine. So if you want to move to this space, you can, which would cost 2, but you can pay 1 additional to leave a mine where you were, and then if an alien ship hits that mine, it is destroyed. However, it can destroy your ship too if you hit it, so obviously don't hit the mine. And the last thing, you can spend all of your action points to spawn a heart, meaning if you've lost a life and you want to get it back, you can pay all action points to spawn a heart, and it will go on the screen at the back here, the furthest screen. So let's start now. Let's see what actions he's going to choose. You can see what direction these are going to move to help you determine where you're going to go. Both of these look like they're going to move here if I'm reading that correctly. So here's the number of points I have. I have 3 chevrons showing here and 1 there. If they're covered up by my ship, enemy ship, or a missile, I can't use those as action points, but I got 4 there total, and then plus 1 action point for being full health. So I'll pay 2 to move there. And I'll spend 3 to shoot 3 pews. 1, 2, 3. And now the ships move. This will move here, and then he rotates while moving. And this will move here, and he rotates while moving. So now they will spawn missiles. You look at that same grid on them to see where it goes. So with this one, the missile will go here. And that one, the missile will go there. Alright, so now we move pews. So 1, 2, he takes out 1. And you get a little Earth. Here's the significance of the Earths. When you get 10 Earths, you win the game. However, if an alien ship gets past you this way, the aliens get skulls. If they get 10 skulls, they win the game, or if you lose all 3 lives, they win the game. So that's how the victory conditions work. And I got 2 other pews to move here. 1, 2, and he takes out this ship too, so I get another Earth. So this is a good turn for me. And this one goes 1, 2, and just goes there. Now the missiles move. The missiles can only move 1 screen though. So that goes there, and that goes there. All right. So last phase is move player ship forward. So you move it to the next screen here, and you get rid of this screen. And this one you move these here. And the one you were using as the player aid card now becomes the furthest screen. I'm playing this where the chevrons are always pointing to the right. It doesn't say in the rules one way or the other, but that's how I'm playing it. All right. Turn number 2, so we start with placing new ships. So we got one there on his 1 side, and one here on his 2 side. Alright, so I have 3, 4, 5, 6 action points. So let's see what I'm going to do here. I always look to see which way they're going to move. So it looks like one's going to move there and one's going to move there. So I got 6, so I'm going to fire 2 pews here. Let me think about that a second. One pew there, and I spent 3 to move here, so that's 4, 5, 6. The pews cancel out the missiles, so those are removed. All right, so now the ships move. This one will move to here, and oops, I forgot to rotate him, and he rotates. And that one moves to here, and he rotates. And so now they're going to spawn missiles using that same little chart on there. One puts a missile there. One puts a missile there. Alright, so now it's time to move pews. So the first one up here he goes there and kills this ship, and so I get a little Earth. And then this one moves 2, 1, 2, and now the missiles move and they only move 1. So that moves there, and that moves there. So now move player ship forward, so I move him to there. This goes away, moves down. And this becomes the next screen. And I put on a new player aid card. Alright, on to the next turn. So let's populate the ships here. Got a 3 chevron one here. By the way, chevron's my word. I think the rule book actually refers to them as arrows, but they look like chevrons to me. Alright. So those are placed there, so now my player actions. One, 2, so I have 5, so that costs 2, 3, which these 2 destroy each other. 4, and I'll just do the other one there too. 5, now it's time for the ships to move. So he can't go the 1 direction, so he'll have to go the 2 direction. He goes there. He can't go 1, but he can go 2, so he goes back down to the 1 side. And now they're going to launch missiles. This one launches 1 here. Oops, I put it on the wrong side. I need to put it on the missile side. And that has 1 there. And 1 there, so it's time to move pews. So this one will go first, 1, 2, and it's off the board. And then this will go, this one kills the ship, and I get an Earth. And this one goes 1, 2, and kills the other, or no, does not kill the other ship because there's a missile there, so it hit the missile instead, my mistake. Alright, so now the missiles go. This missile goes here. This one goes here. And this one goes here. And now we move the player ship forward to there. Alright, new turn. Let's put out some ships. There's a 2. And here's a 3. Let's see what I want to do here. So I got 6 available. So I'm going to do 1 there. Two, 3, 4, and I'm going to fire 2 pews. First one removes this missile. Second one puts 1 there. Alright, now it's time for the ships to move. This one moves to there. This one moves to here. That one will move to there. And that one will move to there. Now they fire missiles. One goes there, one goes there, one goes there, and one goes there. Alright, so move Pew Pews. That one goes there and destroys this guy, so I get an Earth. This one goes here and destroys this one, and I get an Earth. Normally it doesn't go this well for me, I'm just having good luck this game. And now the missiles go. That one goes off board. That one moves to there. That moves to there. That moves to there. And that moves to there. Notice the next screen I'm going to be on has 2 missiles on it, so they'll give me less options for moving. So eventually all these missiles on the board do cause you a headache. So let's move forward. Move to there. And that goes there. 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 Alright. First one comes out on his one side. This one comes out on the 2 side. Alright, let's see what I'm going to do here. That one's going to go there and there. I'm going to go here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 available. So I'm going to go there. That costs me 3. And then I fire 1 pew. Let's move some ships now. This one moves to here. And that one moves to there. That one moves to here. And that one moves to here. So now they're going to fire some missiles. That one fires 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Alright, so that screwed me. So when my pew goes, it goes here, and that and the missile cancel each other out. So that saved them. And now their missiles go. That goes off screen, goes to there, there, 1 goes to there. And these 2 move to here, and it's time to move. So I move to there. Put out the new ships there. Sometimes you may run out of ships and not have enough to go put out all the ones you need there. Alright, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 things I can do here. So I'm going to go 1, 2. let's just do 1. No, that's not going to help me. Two, three, 4, 5. So actually I put just 1 here. So that was 1, and then 3 to move there, and 1. So that's all 5. All right, let's move the ships now. He moves into my thing there and is destroyed. And I get an Earth. This one moves up to here. See, these are coming apart. Really, I should glue them on. This goes up to here, but it turns. And this one goes to here. And then to here. Oops, I shouldn't have moved that yet. They have to fire their missiles first. My mistake. One missile there. One missile there. Oops, that's not a missile. One missile there. One missile there. One missile there, and 1 there. All right, so now we move everything so it goes 1, 2, and then this moves off screen. These 2 move to here. This moves to here. These 2 move to here, here, and here, and we'll move forward. So far I've got 7 Earths. Need 3 more to win. All right, put them out. We got a 2 chevron coming out and a 3 chevron. So I have 6 action points, which is good. Just deciding what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to spy a Pew, which cancels that missile. So that's 4. 5, 6. Let's see if that helps out at all. Alright, time to move these crazy things. Alright, now they're going to shoot their missiles. Fires a missile there. This does 1 here. That does 1 here. That puts a missile here. And that puts a missile back here. And we have a missile here and here. Alright, the Pews will fire first. First Pew goes to here, and this missile here cancels a Pew out, but fortunately we have a second Pew, which goes here and destroys the ship, so I get an Earth. Alright, and then this Pew goes 1, 2, and is off the board. Alright, missile time, at least 3 missiles down here, leave the battlefield. That goes there. That goes there. This goes here with the 2 ships. That goes there. Do we have any others? Yes, we have one here. Alright, time to move forward. So I move forward here. Now this ship is able to escape and attack Earth, so they get a skull, meaning they have strafed Earth one time. Remember, 10 skulls and they win. Alright. So this turn I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what I can do. Let's spend the pew. 1, 2 pews. Do I want to move there? No, I don't want to move there. So I'm going to do that. So now they move. He goes here. This moves into here, and my pew destroys it. So I lose a pew, and I get an earth. This will go here, and that will go there. Now the enemy will fire their missiles. So he puts one there, and one here. That puts one there, and this puts one here. So the pew goes first. I think the pew, let me check that rule book. I think it destroys all missiles that it lands on. Right, I think so. Yeah, I think they're all destroyed. Alright, so let's do the missiles. These come off the map. That goes there, and that goes there. Alright. So I'll move forward, move to there. These 2 come off the map, so they get 2 skulls for strafing Earth twice. So in this game, it starts out usually pretty well for you, and then they start catching up. So the idea is to win before they've caught up, because they start doing better later in the game. Alright, this turn we have a 2 chevron here, and a 3 chevron. I got 6, so 1, 2, and then I'll fire a pew, which goes right here and kills him. So that was 3, and I get where's the rest of my earth markers? Must be in the cup. Here it is. So I got all 10 now. So there was 1, 2, 3, but I still got a little more. I'll just do 4, 5, 6. And now the enemy goes. He moves to there. He moves to there. You don't win until the end of the turn. Alright, now they fire some missiles. Fires one there. Puts one there. And this guy puts one here. So the pews go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This goes here, here, here. And now I have to move forward, so I move to there. And I've won the game. I'm going to, my friend Len also play tested this game. He's going to do a short review before me, and then I'll do my review. Try and Len, let us know what you thought of the game.
Well, actually, it's very close. Well, first of all, the Earth defenders have succeeded to and repulsed the alien invaders. It was, at first it seemed easy, but then, well, they started coming out so many at a time that you just ran out of, you couldn't kill enough, and they started sneaking past. But I did win with 10 victory points to their 9. And it's very close. The mechanics are simple, easy to learn, and a fun game.
All right, thanks for trying it, Len. Appreciate it. So what do I think of Pew Pew? I like it, but there's some issues with the rule book. There were a lot of rules clarifications needed. I had to go to Board Game Geek for I don't know, 4 or 5 different questions I had, and there's still a few things I have questions on, I'm not sure of. The rule book seems to indicate by the wording that if a pew lands in a space with 2 enemy spaceships, it sounds kind of like it would destroy both of them, but I'm not sure if it does. There's a bunch of other questions that were answered on Board Game Geek, but I felt they could have done a better job on the rules. At least after they wrote the rules, give the rules to someone who never played the game and have them play about 4 games and then watch him play to see what he's doing wrong. I think it would have discovered probably all of the rule book problems that were there, because it looks like I don't know, whatever. But anyhow, as far as the game itself, fun to play. It's solitaire, which is awesome. The victory rate is right for a solitaire game. I seem to win about 40-50% of the time I play, which is about what you want for a solitaire game. I can't stand solitaire games where you win 1 out of 10 times or something. I don't know. Those are the kind of solitaire games I don't like. This is about 40% of the time winning. That's about right. It keeps you interested and keeps you wanting to play. It plays fast. Like I said, it's fun to play. Once you got the rules clarifications down from Board Game Geek, the rules actually are simple. It's just the rule book needed a lot of improvement. The components are good. They're those laser cut counters and stuff. But the ships that you build took a while to build, and it took longer to build those ships than to read the rule book and play the first game. But they kind of come apart, so if you get this game, you're probably going to want to eventually glue them together so they don't keep coming apart. As far as does it seem like a video game from the 1980s? Yeah, it does. It seems kind of like a Space Invaders or a Galaga game or something. I thought it was true to the 2-dimensional arcade games. As far as my numbers, I would give the rule book a 4. I didn't like the rule book. I thought it needed a lot of work. Like I said, someone should have looked at it and tried playing the game just off the rule book with no familiarity with the game whatsoever, and I think it would have caught most of the problems in it, if not all. As far as fun, I would give it an 8. It's a lot of fun to play. Originality, let's give it an 8 for originality. Component quality is better than the typical cardboard board game, since it's got laser cut counters, so maybe in war game terms, I'd give it about a 7.5. If it had mounted a map or something, then it probably would have got an 8. As far as replayability, it's got a lot of replayability, since even though there's only one scenario, it's kind of random the way the ships move and stuff, and where they initially set up each turn and stuff, so that adds to the replayability. And plus, like I said, being able to win 40-50% of the time keeps you interested and makes you want to play it. So overall, good game. Just didn't like the rule book. If they ever re-release this, they definitely need to rewrite the rule book or put some errata in it so people aren't lost. Because not everyone knows about Board Game Geek. Remember, a lot of war gamers and stuff, and even though this isn't actually a war game, the Victory Point Games, their typical customer is a war gamer, and a lot of war gamers are pretty old and they're not very internet savvy, so they may not know what Board Game Geek is, or they may not even have internet access, so in which case they're going to have trouble playing the game. So anyhow, like I said, good game. Rule book needed a lot of work, though. Have a good evening.